They're no longer just happy to be there. They're no longer the respectful underdog, content with just participating and showing good spirit. A new era has dawned for Japanese football, an era where they arrive at World Cups not just to compete, but to conquer. Japan has become a tactical revolution in the making, but how did a team once primarily known for its discipline and tireless work rate transform into a fluid, aggressive, and systematic force that even the world's best find impossible to play against? How did they orchestrate two of the most stunning upsets in recent World Cup history? Not through sheer luck or a hopeful prayer, but by meticulous design. This is the story of Japan's organized chaos, a relentless, intelligent pressing machine built to dismantle giants and permanently rewrite the underdog story. Section 1. The Problem, a Giant's Game. To truly appreciate the revolution, you first have to understand the old, tired script it replaced. For decades, when a team like Japan faced a footballing titan like four-time world champion Germany, the world knew what to expect. The underdog defends with honor. They suffer for long periods. They park the bus in their own third of the pitch, and they pray for a single miracle on the counterattack. And for 45 minutes at the 2022 World Cup, that script played out exactly as predicted. Germany was a portrait of dominance. In the first half alone, they held a staggering 81% of the ball, completing over 500 passes with suffocating precision. They took 14 shots to Japan's 1. Their 4-2-3-1 formation was an overwhelming force. Left back David Raum pushed high up the pitch like an extra attacker, which allowed the prodigious Jamal Musiala to drift inside from the left wing. This movement created a constant numerical advantage in midfield and gave Germany absolute control of the game's rhythm. Japan, set up in a similar 4-2-3-1, was immediately forced onto the back foot, retreating into a deep, passive 4-4-2 defensive block. Their wingers, intended to be attacking threats, were pinned back, essentially forced to act as extra fullbacks. Germany's system was clever and suffocating. They built up their attacks with what looked like a back three, easily bypassing Japan's front two strikers and allowing their world-class midfield maestros, Joshua Kimmich and Ilkay Gundogan, to dictate every single pass. Japan couldn't get out. They were trapped, reduced to hopeful long balls and battling for scraps of possession. The pressure was immense, and eventually, the dam broke. A smart darting run-in behind by Raum provoked a clumsy challenge from goalkeeper Shuichi Gonda. Penalty. Gundogan, the picture of composure, calmly slotted it home. 1-0 Germany. At halftime, it looked like business as usual. The giant was ahead, the underdog was hanging on by a thread, and the world assumed the story was over. But in the Japanese dressing room, manager Hajime Moriyasu was about to tear up the script and unleash tactical mayhem. Section 2, the turning point, Moriyasu's masterstroke. What happened in the second half wasn't just a change in attitude, it was a fundamental, systemic overhaul executed with breathtaking courage. Moriyasu, a manager known for his tactical flexibility and pragmatic adaptability, didn't just tell his team to get stuck in. He unleashed a new framework, a new identity, right in the middle of the biggest game of their lives. This was the birth of the organized chaos. The most crucial change was a complete shift in formation. Moriyasu brought on Arsenal's Takahiro Tomiyasu, a defender, and audaciously switched from a back four to a bold 3-4-3 system. This single move sent a shockwave across the pitch. Where Japan had been outnumbered and stretched in the first half, they now had a front three to press Germany's back three. Suddenly, the easy, comfortable passes for Germany's defenders vanished. But it was more than just matching numbers. Japan's entire defensive mindset transformed from a passive block into an aggressive man-to-man press. The two central midfielders, the tireless Wataru Endo and Aoda Naka, were unleashed, tasked with getting player-to-player against Germany's elite duo of Kimmich and Gundogan. The wingbacks, who were previously trapped deep in their own half, were now set free to jump and aggressively attack Germany's advancing fullbacks. This created a series of high-stakes pressing traps. Japan was intentionally baiting Germany into passing into what looked like open space, only for multiple Japanese players to swarm the man on the ball, forcing a turnover. It was a high-risk, high-reward strategy that left them more vulnerable at the back, but Moriyasu was rolling the dice. He knew playing it safe meant a guaranteed respectable 1-0 loss. His only path to victory was to embrace chaos. He made 5 critical second-half substitutions, injecting speed and fresh legs designed to terrorize a German defense. that was suddenly under relentless pressure. He brought on players like Ritsudon and Takuma Asano, both playing in the German Bundesliga, and the dribbling wizard Kaoru Mitoma. Section 3. The solution in action, a blue tsunami. The effect was immediate and startling. Germany, a team that had been playing with effortless comfort, was now rattled. Their possession dropped, their passing accuracy plummeted, and players who were flawless in the first half began making unforced errors. They were being pushed back, forced into longer, less accurate balls. And their legendary goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer, was suddenly far more involved than he wanted to be. With this newfound confidence, Japan started controlling more of the ball, pushing more bodies forward into the attack. In their new 3-4-3 shape, they essentially had a front five when in possession. Explosive wingbacks like Mitoma provided the width, allowing the inside forwards to get closer to the striker and make dangerous, darting runs into the box. It was a brave new approach, and it was paying off. Japan, with only a single shot in the first half, racked up 11 in the second. Then, the chaos delivered its reward. In the 75th minute, substitute Takumi Minamino fired a cross into the box. Neuer made a brilliant save, but he could only parry the ball into the path of another substitute, Ritsudon, who smashed it into the net, 1-1, the equalizer. You could feel the belief surge through the samurai blue. Just 8 minutes later, the moment that would define their World Cup arrived. A long ball from a free kick deep in their own half. Not a hopeful punt, but a calculated, precise pass from Koei Takura. Takuma Asano, another of Moriyasu's super subs, timed his run perfectly, took a magnificent first touch to control the ball, held off his defender with incredible strength, and from a brutally tight angle, unleashed a thunderous shot into the roof of the net. 2-1 Japan. The comeback was complete. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't luck. It was the direct result of a calculated tactical masterclass. As manager Hajime Moriyasu later said, it was a historic moment, a historic victory. Section 4. The Blueprint and the Road to 2026. This wasn't a one-off miracle. Incredibly, Japan did almost the exact same thing to another European giant, Spain, in their very next game. Once again, they went down 1-0. Once again, Moriyasu made game-changing halftime substitutions, and once again, they scored 2 quick-fire goals early in the second half. One from Don and another from Aotanaka sealed a stunning 2-1 win to top the group. Those twin victories were the result of a long-term strategy and proof of Japan's rising quality. The secret lies in the players, products of a decades-long vision. The Japan Football Association's Pledge for 2050 aims to win the World Cup by mid-century, with a key focus on sending players to the world's toughest leagues. In 1998, Japan's squad was entirely J-League based. By 2022, 21 players were competing in Europe's top divisions. Captain Wataru Endo anchors midfield with leadership and grit at Liverpool. Kaoru Mitoma, who wrote his university thesis on 1-versus-1 dribbling, shines for Brighton in the Premier League. Defenders like Koei Takura and Hiroki Ito, who joined Bayern Munich in 2024, have been sharpened in elite European systems. These players are more than technical talents. They're tactically sharp and battle-tested. They have the engine and discipline to execute Moriyasu's high-intensity pressing, knowing when to sit deep and when to spring forward. It's a fusion of Japanese precision and European edge. Looking ahead to 2026, the philosophy is firmly established. Japan dominated early qualifying, winning 6 straight games while scoring 24 and conceding none. Still, a 2-1 quarterfinal loss to Iran at the 2023 Asian Cup, decided by a late penalty, was a reminder of the risks in their aggressive style. Even a well-oiled machine can crack. Moriyasu remains committed, and the core, Endo, Mitoma, and Real Sociedad's Takefusa Kubo, is entering its prime. Japan are no longer just entertaining, they're a tactical challenge for the world's best. With a proven giant-killing system and elite talent, their mission is clear. Break past the round of 16 barrier that has stopped them 4 times. Japan's rise may be the blueprint for a new generation of underdogs, but can this organized chaos finally carry them deep into a knockout tournament? Let us know your thoughts, and subscribe for more tactical deep dives. The world of football has been put on notice. Japan is not coming to the 2026 World Cup just to take part. They are coming to win, armed with a tactical identity that is uniquely their own. It's a system built on suffocating pressure, intelligent movement, and breathtaking speed. It may look like chaos to the opponent, but for the Samurai Blue, every single movement is part of a meticulous, organized plan. They have turned relentless energy into a sophisticated weapon. They are the most organized chaos in football, and in 2026, they are ready to dismantle more giants.
Every legend starts somewhere. Two worlds, one game, infinite dreams. Yet 99% of talent is never discovered. From nothing to glory isn't just content, it's a movement. 23,000 smart fans, 50 countries, one family. Your journey from nothing to glory starts now. From nothing to glory, where legends are born.